everyone. Welcome back to Each Other's Mothers. We're here with two men. Gross.
Each other's daddies. Not mine. Not mine.
Yeah, gay daddies.
Not mine.
We have John Mahar, very, very funny stand-up comedian, friend of mine, podcaster, and ew. Who are you?
Ross, what is your last name?
Flack.
Ugh.
Flack?
I know. And you know what? It's funny. It means flack, like giving someone flack. Like it should be. I should be funnier than I am, but I'm not.
Scoot your little.
You're all right.
Scoot your little thick booty over here so you're in frame. My goodness. Okay, John. Hello. You're our actual guest. Ross
I'm
is
the
just
actual guest. Yeah.
extra.
Yeah, Ross, be
pizzazz,
quiet.
if you will.
Yeah. It's nice doing a podcast where there's like video. We do all audio for all my podcasts.
Really?
Are all audio. Yeah. And it's strictly because we are exponentially far too lazy to actually set cameras up for it. But then my buddy who I do all my podcasts with has another podcast that he does with our friend Sam Rager.
Yeah.
And all the 16 different camera angles. I'm just like, yeah, man, you got like real talent in the house. You got to do cameras involved.
Love
for
Sam.
me and
Sam's
my
the best. Shout out.
me and my schlubs.
Yeah.
No cameras.
You and your
and I don't
dudes.
blame them.
Yeah. Real quick, plug your shit. We were just talking about.
I do the Burt Selleck podcast. Is the one that me and Alex have been doing the longest. That's me, Alex, Nick Kelley, and Ian Rad August Gibbons. That is every Sunday. We release it usually on Monday. We've been doing that for like 8. We have 260 episodes. We do it weekly, and so we've been doing that. And then we had one before that was called That's Bullshit, right? That we had 90 of. So
Nice.
we have like 8 or 9 years worth of podcasts out there that 17 people have heard, which we're pretty excited about.
Yeah.
And then I do another
Hard
podcast.
save. Yeah.
I do another podcast called Parking Lot Salad. It's a Michigan and Michigan football podcast. So it's Michigan, University of Michigan, and Detroit Lions. I do that with Alex and Mike Cronin and Zach Martina, and we named it Parking Lot Salad because
Legends.
we named it Parking Lot Salad because there's a picture from Ford Field tailgate back in the day where right after the game started, there's a guy getting his ass ate outside of the stadium.
By a man or a woman?
About
Good
2
question.
dudes. Just a couple of lucky fellas out there living their
Yeah,
best life.
lucky fellas.
And,
It was you and Alex.
Yeah, it was me and Alex. Yeah, and so
might have been these two, I
it was.
real.
I think it actually was probably before me and Alex even met each other, but because that was such an iconic photo, we had to name our podcast after it.
Oh,
Yeah, it
so
was a lot of
it's
fun.
perfect.
good.
A lot of
Parking lot salad.
Parking lot salad.
I need some
With-
parking
and you
lot
said,
salad.
You
Shit.
said Mike Croni's on there too?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking meat.
Yeah, we got meat involved, man.
Meat
It was
involved.
actually his podcast idea, and he knew that Alex has a studio, and Alex is a huge Michigan football fan.
Yeah.
And Meat's a big Michigan football fan, huge Michigan football fan. And then me and Zach Martin are both really huge Lions fans.
Mm-hmm.
And he thought the 4 of us getting together would be a good idea. And it was a good idea, but in theory, because in reality, it's just 4 feral fucking people that are constantly describing and showing exactly how feral they are.
How cute that you said people and not men.
Yeah, people, man.
Interesting.
Men
That's
are
the thing, man. I'm like,
people.
I am.
Cracks open another beer.
Self-aggressive for a man that could
I am
just cracked heads growing up.
I'm the
his
son
whole
of a
life.
mother and the brother of 3 older. I have 3 older sisters.
Oh, so you're a good man.
Yeah,
Correct.
Yeah.
One of the best.
Not the prereq, but
Yeah.
It is.
But he got there.
But
Yeah.
the thing
That
is,
was
like, you
important.
learn how to treat ladies by having older sisters. In my opinion, I believe
Totally.
that wholeheartedly
Very
because I
much
saw
so.
so many dudes like treat my sisters like shit, and I was just like, well, no one's ever gonna get their dick sucked acting like that.
Exactly.
You know, and if you actually
That's the
wanted to
motivation.
treat a woman the right
Yeah.
way,
It is.
it works.
Yeah.
It tracks.
And the whole, of course, reason you're here is we want to talk about your mom.
About my mother. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dynamite.
So she raising all those women and you. You're the only boy?
No,
Is
I
that
have a
what
younger brother
you
as
have
well.
a younger brother.
So
okay.
it was Lisa, Marcy, Megan, and the boys. So my brother's 2 years younger than I am, but we were kind of raised as a single entity.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Did you wear matching outfits?
No, because I'm
That's
so
good.
much bigger than he was. He was
Okay.
always very tall and lean, and I was always, squatty. You know what I mean? But
fucking bulldog.
he is honestly one of the, and I mean it sincerely, and I've met a lot of very, very funny people. He's probably one of the top 5 funniest people I've ever met. He just has no interest in doing anything performance-wise.
Yeah.
He's just dead funny.
Usually
on the
the
fly.
best people.
And he's a wild dude, man. He's my people. He lives up in off Southfield. Moved over here because a chick I introduced him to about 12 years ago, I guess.
People just be moving
15
for
years
pussy.
ago. Yeah, dude. It's an epidemic.
I moved some pussy to me.
Yeah. Well,
I sure did.
Yeah.
It's classic.
I moved
It's a
my
tale
dick
as
to
old as
some
time, dude. It's a tale as old as time.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
amazing. So your mom
My mother, Beth.
raising all these people.
Beth.
Beth. Yeah, Beth Ann, Elizabeth Ann. She is
Elizabeth Ann.
tougher than hell. Like legit tough lady. I started having kids when she got pregnant when she was 16 with my oldest sister Lisa.
Heyo.
They ended up having to give that baby up for adoption. It was my dad's child. He was a senior in high school. They had to give that baby up for adoption because they're a small town, mid-Michigan, Catholic family. They couldn't have that child, so they gave her for adoption. Then when I was 13, they found her.
Oh.
And so she was 25, and when I was 13, and she was we were reintroduced to our oldest sister.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so we went from 2 older sisters to 3 older sisters when I was 13 years old, which was
Okay.
very, very wild. Everyone's like, "You guys should be on Oprah," and I was like,
Yeah.
"I'm not doing that."
Yeah, it's super interesting.
No
How did that
fucking
go?
way I'm
Like,
doing
how
it.
did the whole
It was
thing go?
insane. It was really, really weird. It was like my youngest older sister. It was the year she was graduating from high school, and they were gonna wait until she graduated to spring this all on us. But by that point, cat's out of the bag, and we had a big family meeting, which were always huge drama fests, and everyone's gonna get bitched at, and it's gonna be everyone's gonna straighten the fuck up because we got a family meeting. My folks had went and met her in Chicago because she was living in Milwaukee. And they went and met her in Chicago and came back, and they're like, "We're having a family meeting tonight." They called my older sister away from the bar. We were like, "Damn!" This was before cell phones. So we had to call everybody to get them back into the house.
Did they call the bar to get a hold?
Yeah, probably. It's a small town, and
Your refrigerator's running. By the way.
You have a sister.
You have a sister.
so we all came back and we were talking, and they said, when we were in high school, we had a kid, and we met her today, and it was my folks. God, they would have been 93, and they were married in 7. So it was their 23rd wedding anniversary. They went in and they met her that day.
Shit.
Yeah,
Wild.
they met her that day. And
Wow. And you still talk to her?
yeah, she lives in the Lower West Side of Manhattan.
No shit. Hell yeah.
Okay.
She has a nice condo over there. She's
Well, so she got money then.
That was like a
she's
condo.
Dude,
Alright.
she is a super
Adopted, unadopted, turned out okay. What
super
the fuck is this?
duper,
Must be a white
duper
woman.
sharp chick. Very, very sharp chick. Very she was a VP she was a VP of human resources for a very affluent pharmaceutical company. And
so she's the devil.
An everyday.
The devil's wear
no,
Prada?
an everyday pharmaceutical company. Not
Yeah.
I'm talking there's a name out there that I'd say it and you guys would be like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's
that
that
one.
one.
That one.
It's the
And
one.
so
It's
it's
the
not
one.
like
Viagra.
it's not that company, bigger than that company. even.
Oh, damn.
Shit.
But it was
That's the only company I use.
yeah. But she was that,
It's
and then
actually Blue
she
Chew.
has
Please sponsor us.
3 master's degrees. She's just a sharp chick, dude. Super sharp chick.
That's amazing, dude.
Yeah, she's good people, man. She's good
Hell
people.
yeah.
She can't dance as good as the rest of us. That's why I think
Yeah, is
rhythm is something that's learned.
Sure, sure,
I
sure.
mean, it's
It
something you're
is.
brought up with.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But she's awesome, man.
Not
She's good
genetic at
people.
all.
Wow.
Good people.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met my half brother when I was older, 24. I think
Well, that was the
it
thing. We didn't know it was we figured it would be a half sister. And then my brother, who was the youngest of the bunch, he was 10 or 11. When we find out, he goes, "Well, is it dad's?" And everyone was just like, "Yeah, fuck, is it dad's?" They were like, "Yeah, by the way, he was the one that got her pregnant, And I think I'm fairly certain they've only been with each other. They're still together.
I was gonna ask.
Wow.
And they do.
Yeah.
They live pretty independently. My dad goes to Florida for the winter. My mom stays up
Yeah.
here. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
live pretty independently.
I mean,
Sure.
my parents my dad's 80 and my mom's 72. And they've had separate bedrooms since I was a kid. I mean, yeah, they still live in the same fucking house. But,
I'm probably
Right.
pretty close to a separate bedroom game right now.
well, yeah, we were talking about
it
it
sounds
before,
fucking awesome.
It's fine.
Yeah.
we
between
do the
my
same thing.
my wife and my dog, dude, I get as much bed as that stool. I get about that much stool space in bed every night, and it's
Your parents sleep in separate bedrooms too?
Always have it. Always have.
That is crazy.
Always have. And that's the thing. John and I were talking earlier, and it was because we had Mia sleep in the bed the other night,
We did.
and I was talking to him about it, and I was like, bro, I just can't.
So Zelina and I
challenge.
each have a room, but we sleep in the same bed. But usually in the middle of the night, I pass out and she leaves sometimes. But we have our own separate space. And there was a period of time where we were like, I want to sleep in my own fucking room.
I think it's totally.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
totally fucking healthy.
It's better.
And just seeing my parents and like growing up with them, I thought that they were weird. They are definitely fucking weird. But like the way they are they're such homies, and like they live together. They're together all the time, and it totally works for them, and it has for 37
You have to understand,
years.
though, that's completely foreign to me because I've only had a room to myself when I was 19. That's the only time I've ever had a room
Holy
to
shit.
myself.
Right.
Because me and my brother shared a room from when I was 2. Like, he was born when I was 2. We shared a room until I moved away when I was 18. And then I lived in a dorm with 4 other dudes. And then the next year I shared a room the next year was the first year I ever had my own bedroom. And didn't know what to do with myself. Like,
Yeah.
my buddy would wake up with me on his floor because I needed to hear like breathing. So I'd sleep on my buddy Sean's floor. I'd go and just creep into his room, and he had a tiny ass little bed, so I just pulled my comforter there and my blankets.
Yeah.
And he'd step over me in the morning, I'd jump up into his bed. But it was like, I've only had my room for less than a year in my entire life. And
Yeah.
then the next year I shared a room, and then I had my own room for a minute, but I had a chick that was staying with me. And then that house burned down. And so I ended up sharing a room with 4 people, like this hostel type situation. And then the next year I got a place where it was me and my boy, and then a chick moved in, and that chick was now my wife.
Oh.
Yeah.
Get yourself a fucking room, man.
I don't know. It sounds dope, but the thing is, too, I need like, I'm heavy white noise. You know what I mean? So like, it's not like, that's a big thing that I found out is like, I need noise to sleep. And it wasn't
Yeah,
just
I'm the
growing
same
up
way.
in
I can't-
chaos, but I need like,
Samesies.
I need some, like my used to drive my girl nuts is because I'd turn AM radio on and I'd crank it all the way to the right to where there's just no radio free, but it's just a static.
Yeah.
Is it static?
Static. I loved
It's
it.
nice.
You're a fucking serial killer.
Dang.
Yeah, it was great. Dude.
No,
It was
he is a
excellent.
well-adjusted man.
That is
Yeah,
correct.
it was
That is
excellent.
correct.
You should
It was
try it
excellent.
sometime.
Yeah.
It was excellent.
Try it on for size.
And that's a frequency. And the thing is, too, like I can't hear. So that was a thing that was
Yeah.
just fuzz to me. So even if there is certain things to pick up,
It's
like,
the vibration.
it's something, dude.
Yeah.
It's something. It's a good vibe.
Yeah.
It's a good vibe.
Hell yeah.
The fan is nice.
I
Little-
listened to
The fan's good.
audiobooks
The fan's
constantly
good.
when I was a kid. It was audiobooks at night all the time.
No shit. I didn't get into audiobooks until I started driving like 20,000 miles a year.
I just wanted somebody to talk to me.
That's truly
That's
good.
valid.
Speaking of
He talks
driving,
a big talk. He's like, "Oh, my
That's
parents
valid.
separate rooms. They're still healthy. Blah blah blah." Try sleeping without me for one night,
Were you
motherfucker.
an only child?
They're not healthy.
No.
No. They're not healthy at all. But they,
Well, yeah.
you
Come
know,
on.
but
You know what
they're very strange people. Both like immigrant parents, like they're very odd, and it was a like really strange upbringing. But like as far as like at night, I needed something going on. Like I totally get. It was actual audio tapes when I was a kid. It was like cassette tapes.
So you learned all about like the prime ministers
No, it
of
was like
England and
You know
shit.
what's funny is it was
Shit he falls asleep to now. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
it's so boring.
It's Harry Potter.
It's so
That's the point, though.
JFK,
That's the point.
aliens.
Yes, that's the point.
Nah, I'm like,
Yeah.
am I
kinds of shit.
dating Joe Rogan?
So it's like when
Well.
I was definitely not. Clearly, you're not dating Joe Rogan.
He's got too much hair.
Joe Rogan is to your left.
And not enough money.
Dick's too small.
Excuse me, miss.
It's
Pardon?
I'm sorry. We just had a conversation about this outside.
Yeah.
But like, no, it was. What's funny is like what I listened to as a kid on cassette was like Robin Williams doing like acting out.
Yeah, stand-up bits and like or
Not
improv
stand-up
or
bits.
whatever.
No,
it
no.
would be.
He would. It was like Pecos Bill. Like,
Oh, yeah.
he was like reading kids like
Kid
audio.
stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I grew up on as a little kid.
I could do
fell
that.
asleep to. Oh, it was
You could
fucking
do
rad.
that.
I can't handle words. I need pitch black, and I need like the sound, basically like the sound of wind, whether it be a fan,
I'm a-
white noise, or
I'm
static.
a thunderstorm
Yeah, it's
girly.
all thunderstorms.
I
can
like
handle
the
thunders or
rain.
crickets. I've had crickets before, but
Yeah,
as long as those
yeah.
crickets are rhythmic and it's not like a surprise cricket halfway through, that's just like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm the loudest cricket.
Yeah, I've seen
I'm the
your
loudest
sets.
cricket.
Listen to me.
Yeah. No.
Fuck you. What were you gonna say just before this?
Oh,
I feel like you were like,
it
you
was
had a light bulb.
related to. I said, speaking of driving, and I'm assuming that's due to the fact that you do real estate, right? Yeah. So whenever we have a guest on that I'm not familiar with, I like to look at them up on Instagram. And your only Instagram that I could find was your realtor
Oh, I
Instagram.
can get you the real one.
And I was like, okay,
fun
so
one.
we've got a full grown adult man on here with a job. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say. I'm going to put on a nice jacket and be on my best behavior. But then Johanna told me that you might shotgun a beer with me, but you said no.
Well, we can drink one real fast. I just don't want to spill over my nice shirt.
I have a white shirt on and I'll do
know.
it.
It's a nice shirt.
Oh,
It's
it's
nice.
nice.
Hoodie.
This is a fucking.
It's Sunday, motherfucker.
This is my
It's
Sabbath
still
shirt.
Sunday.
I'm wearing my Sabbath best.
We got laundry. You got some Dawn dish.
Yeah.
So I haven't shotgun a beer in probably like 5 years. So
shotgun a beer
I
if you
will.
want.
I will.
We can do that. Do we have to
Spit
do
all
it on
over
camera?
myself. Yeah.
Oh, we do. Yeah, that's fine. We can do that.
We'll do it.
Do you want to do it right now?
Do we have something
We,
up?
we don't have to do it right
I'll-
this second, do we?
I'll
got-
go get
There's
supplies.
Scissors right
Well,
there.
there's scissors right there. I haven't
scissors.
shotgunned a beer in so long that I'm just feeling nostalgic. I didn't drink for a month, so I'm probably off the rails.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
as a resident alcoholic, I will. I can definitely set this up. So
More,
We don't have
more
to do it
power
right
to
now, but like, you know,
Yeah,
maybe
by the end of this
maybe by
podcast,
the
you
end.
and I can shotgun a beer.
Okay, perfect.
That's
And
no
we
problem.
also have
But I
7
feel like
beers
we're
in that
in
box
the
to
moment.
drink.
Why not just do it now? Fuck
right,
it. We're in the
fine,
middle
I'll
of
get
the pod. Go get what?
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get.
Oh, I
time
thought
here.
you were
Get
telling
the-
me to
get the-
fetch something.
yeah.
I said, you're the fetcher.
Have at it.
I'm the pitcher. I wish.
You be
dude.
pitching?
He won't let me peg him.
No?
No.
It is
I
scientifically
haven't
impossible
asked-
for a man to not enjoy. The prostate's there for a reason.
Correct.
And you just gotta like, I feel like it's okay. It's not gay to like butt play, all right? It isn't
Yeah.
gay.
right.
to just
It's
enjoy
not.
something.
No, it's not at all whatsoever.
He's over here
But
like, yeah.
Here's the thing. Yeah.
No,
Here's the
I'm,
thing. Go ahead.
I'm a 1,000% dealer's choice. If it makes you happy to do that to me,
Sure.
that's fine. If I happen to find enjoyment in it,
Then hell
Bonus.
yeah.
Far out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Far
Look at
out.
that. Look at that. It's not hard. Look at this.
It's not
tough,
hard.
Beautiful.
Not even
Yeah, you
macho
fucking right, it's
fucking
not.
man.
Do you like a rim job?
I
What's
just
your
feel terrible
stance?
for the woman that
It's
has to get anywhere near
classic.
my asshole.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, that's
like,
that's
what
a
it is.
that's
Oh,
a
come
that's a nightmare.
on. You be shaving your asshole ready for
That's
me
a
to put my
nightmare
mouth
scenario,
on
though.
it?
Yeah, put your mouth on it first. Warm me up a little bit.
Okay,
you
that's
fucking dickhead. You don't like.
Honestly, you
You
don't
don't
even
just-
like butt shit. That's not fair for you
But
to
I
want to peck
miss
him.
Strapping.
Listen.
I miss
Strap
having a
me
dick.
shit.
How fucked up is this? I don't want to. I'm not gonna let you lick or touch my asshole at all. But I want to stick something so foreign inside of you.
You have licked my asshole. What are you talking
I
about?
have, and you didn't
Should we leave?
enjoy it.
Yeah, I feel like this is.
Yeah.
Are y'all sure this is an AB?
This is a couple
See our way out of?
conversation.
No,
I'm
no,
so
no.
sorry.
Please don't see your way
No,
out.
it's fine.
Please be
I,
here. We need a mediator. We
Please
need a
stay.
therapist.
Classic, notorious voyeuristic fly on the wall. So
Yeah.
you guys would be amazed how fast I blend into this bright yellow fucking this loudest wall in the history of walls. I'll just be a fucking whip right in and be like, no, let me hear about y'all shit.
Yeah. Say it.
What are y'all doing? Who's warming up
Can I
who?
see? Can I
Yeah,
see?
yeah,
Can
yeah.
I can, show
Where's
me?
the finger
I
going?
am. I love voyeuristic shit. I love the stuff that I'm not into. I love
Sure.
hearing about it. Like my best buddy goes to the bathhouse. I love hearing about the
Alex.
bathhouse.
Oh,
Sounds awesome.
yeah.
Dude, and I like hearing about that shit too.
I
It is
love
The
very
that shit,
interesting.
Schwitz?
Yeah, because you're gay.
It sounds excellent. It sounds excellent.
He's not
if
gay, he's
that's
a
what you're
lesbian.
into.
You are a lesbian.
It's different.
But I have a penis though.
That's
A lot
fine.
of
Some
lesbians
lesbians have
penises.
penises.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not good at that. I'm trying.
He's like,
I
shit.
so much about myself in front of John,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
He's like,
we're
huh.
homies. Like,
Yeah.
and he's like, oh, you just figured
I
out you're a
try.
lesbian.
I am an ally to all,
dead.
legitimately.
Ally.
But I have such a hard time like staying true to the lingo.
It's fine. There's
Well,
too
it's
much.
It's not. I understand that it's also not, but I also understand that I need some fucking slack.
Don't let your friends catch you saying that it's fine.
Listen, my friend, if you caught me in my house alone, I would be canceled. I've honestly said shit on here that I should and could be canceled for. But here's the thing, is I'm a good person and I'm trying. And
Well, I'm also like I'm not fucking important enough to be canceled.
Yeah, that part
Yeah,
too.
that's
You know, that's a fucking
that
very
part too.
valid
I'm
point.
not canceled. I just keep losing friends.
Yeah.
Which, like,
It's fine.
It's fine.
I've got a friend.
I'll cry about it later.
I've
but,
got
you know.
a friend, and he just happens to be a gay dude. You know what I mean? So like,
Sure.
I don't have. I have an incredible amount of acquaintances, great acquaintances. I have a really close friend. I have a handful of friends, and then everyone else is just kind of periphery. And then everything I was like, I got fucking kids, doc.
Right, you have other shit to worry about.
You're like, I have
Yeah.
children.
My daughter's going to college next year. You know
Right.
what I mean?
That's your real friend.
Like, it's spooky as fuck. Because I had that daughter 3 weeks ago. You know what I mean? In my head. In my head, and also in my head, like I was her age 5 weeks ago.
Right.
I'm not that different than I was when I was a 17-year-old. I'm like
Sure.
exponentially more responsible.
Well, I was going to
'Cause
say,
you
let's hope
have
you
to
are.
be.
But I'm saying
Yeah.
that's like an
Because you're a
evolution.
dad.
Say again?
Because you're a dad.
I think dad. I'll tell you another thing too. This is one thing that I never really share specifically on a podcast. There was the night that I had my daughter. There was something metaphysical that happened. It was my wife was asleep, and I'd been downstairs in the cafeteria at the hospital, and I was talking to a guy down there, and I came back up, and I was like, I want my daughter, and it was probably 3 a.m. And they'll just cart your daughter in for you. They'll go and grab her out of the little nursery area, and they'll cart her in. Excuse me, my apologies. And
I burp into the
they
mic every
brought
day.
her in.
Yeah.
And I remember picking her up and I was holding her and I'm just looking at her and I remember feeling a heat, the best I could explain it was like this weird heat in like my brainstem that completely trickled down my spine. Like it was almost like have you ever done acid?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That
a lot.
That drip,
my eyes.
you know what I mean? Where you get that heat in your spine. You know, where it starts in like the base of your brain. It was like
Yes.
it was almost like that.
Yeah.
But I was completely lucid. I felt like that was a change where I was just like, holy shit, I just became a dad. Because I think a woman carries that child, and they share their hormones with that child. And I think that if a man's open to it, I feel like that is a point where there's this like, and it was a hormone thing. Is the way I look
Okay.
at it. It was like something in like a pheromone, hormone, something.
Sure.
Like
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
holding this baby. I'm looking at her dead in her face, and all of a sudden I felt this fucking thing in the back of my brain.
Like
there's
activate?
literally it was
Yeah.
Those are
it ran
angels.
down my spine. I get goosebumps thinking about it now, and it came down, and I was just like, and it wasn't like dramatic. It was just physical. It was a chemical, hormonal thing that my brain was just like, no, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
You know, and it really was. It really, because I was just like, holy shit, is it snowing tomorrow? Because I got to drive really safe because I'm bringing this girl home.
Yeah.
It's like all
Suddenly I
this
have to,
weird shit
you know,
that kind of stacked
yeah.
on itself. That I had all these anxieties anyways. But you know, leading up to that kid, I'm just smoking weed every day, and
Sure.
you know, I don't really smoke anymore. But
It's not real until it's right in front of
and
you.
it was just so. And I remember I was like, boom, we're on the tallest building at Beaumont Hospital. I'm looking at Woodward, and I'm seeing all the bar life on Woodward, and I was just like, and that was just like, I was just like, zoom. That's all that mattered to me. It was just Alice,
Yeah.
and I was just like, oh my goodness, like it was. But it wasn't like there was this. I felt something that night, and I've talked to other dads about it too, and they were just like, no, not really, but I felt it. You know,
Been talking to my
They
dad.
must be shitty, but yeah.
yeah, but I didn't really think it. It was very interesting to me that I had that feeling that night. I was just like, okay, this is something I'm always going to remember.
Wish I could bump your mic.
It was unreal. It was unreal.
Yeah.
It was very, very, very cool, like metaphysical, hormonal, chemical.
Dude, pheromones and hormones and body
and baby smells
chemistry
so
is
fucking good,
insane.
dude.
Babies do smell so good.
It's not even just like the Dreft fabric softener. It's not
Yeah.
just
when
that.
you wipe all the shit off of them and stuff.
Yeah. That's maybe great.
But even
Except
like,
breast
dude,
milk smells
even like
cheese.
even your baby
I
like
love cheese.
shitting all
And I
over
love
itself.
breasts.
It's just like, dude, that's like, because my wife worked nights and I worked days. So
Okay.
every night it was me and the babies. It was just, I got home from work at 4. My wife left at 4:15. And from that point on, it was,
Holy
because
shit.
I had 3 kids.
Were y'all fucking in the
4
span of that
years.
15 minutes or
No,
no?
not really. No,
Not really.
That's a bummer.
I'd pray that she'd drink after work and come home and like jump on. That was like a big. That was always a lot of fun.
Yeah, of course.
But it was also like I smell my wife's hair and she get fucking pregnant. You know what I mean? It was just like I had to get a procedure done really fucking quick to make sure this shit stopped. Because we'd have 10 fucking kids.
For sure.
You have 10 kids?
I had 3,
Would
but
have
I had 3
10.
in 4 years.
If he didn't
I had
clip.
3 in 4 years. If I didn't,
yeah,
if I
yeah.
didn't get a double knot and 3 inches off the top of this motherfucker, we'd have
That's
been
right.
done with.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
actually
Three
want to
inches.
talk.
Good idea.
I want to talk to you about that after the podcast because I need to get clipped.
You don't
up.
want kids?
No, I do not want children.
Okay.
No.
Right
I think that.
I was like, I'll sell you one of mine, like now.
Yeah. No,
Pennies
I
on
would
a
be a
pound.
great.
Which one?
I would be the best mom, and that's why I don't want children, if that makes sense. And I've also made this decision when I was like 13
Really?
because I was very into like recycling and saving the planet. And
Yeah.
da, da, da. So in my
You were really
in
granola.
my-
You had a hippie vibe about you. I could tell it from jump, dog.
I have fucking hippie vibe my whole life,
Yeah,
for sure.
I can
Which
dig
is
it.
so funny because I am racist and transphobic, and
Yep.
I hate,
Heard it here
I hate
first.
white people, and it's the whole thing.
She
but-
does. She
And
hates
you're
me.
fat.
She hates me.
all of the things.
That's not related,
yeah.
but just in case you forgot.
Turns out I can take a fucking joke. So, but no, since I was a kid, I was so fascinated with the fact that like there were so many orphan children in the world, and like I remember telling my parents like I'm going to adopt children. I do not want to bring any more kids in this
That's
world.
gnarly. I can
yeah.
dig that.
And I was just like, the ocean's
I was
on
gonna.
fire.
I have a buddy that always swore he was gonna adopt a kid, but not until he saw his jump shot. He's like, I'm gonna adopt a son, but I got to see his jumper first.
There you go. You
See
gotta
if this
make an
kid's got,
investment.
NBA
I
talent.
I feel
Yeah.
the same way
Gotta make an
about
investment.
children as I do dogs. You know, adopt, don't shop.
Right on.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I mean,
That's my fucking
adopt,
motto.
don't shop,
Yeah, yeah.
don't
Well,
shot.
we were. I was either going to be the most dynamic uncle in history, or I was going to have a kid, and it was. I don't live close enough to my nieces and nephews, so it was like. And then I remember having like I think I was like, no, I think I want to be a dad. I think and not that I knew I'm going to be a good dad. There are no good or bad dads. There's just present dads.
Yeah,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Babies
I was
raising
like,
babies.
I want to, because I had a good dad. I personally feel like I had a good dad.
Yeah.
He was present. He worked a lot. My mom was, just my ma. You know what I mean? It was just, it was.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
No,
let's
it was-
unpack that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love my
You
mother
know.
to pieces. My mother's excellent woman. But there's a different dynamic there, just from tons of different perspectives. But it was one of those things where I was like, and when there was a serious issue that a dude needed to talk to another dude about, I had a dude to talk to.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I mean?
amazing.
And that was very, very beneficial to
And
me.
Yeah,
you know what's
of
funny?
course.
It's I had a dad. You know what I mean? The whole time. Couldn't talk to him about any of that shit.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
Was not that type of dad at all. And I'm
That's
sorry,
all
what
on
was-
video.
Pardon?
He's gonna watch this.
Pardon?
He won't watch it. He doesn't watch my podcast.
He's
He
English.
supports me.
He doesn't speak Peruvian.
No, this isn't the bonfire, so no, he won't be listening to this.
Yeah, I do. Shout out Bonfire. I love you, Jay, and whatever you're, Robert Kelley, whatever.
Hi, Bobby.
But mostly Jay and Christine. Love you guys. But like, I had a dad all the time. He was there all the time. My dad didn't work. My dad was an artist. He was like this really eccentric, weird guy that just like sort of kind of lived in my house. And my mom was the one that went to work and she did everything. So it was like, when shit came up, I went to my mom. Not
Yeah.
to, like, it was never to my dad.
Yeah.
Like ever. It was never that kind of thing. And then if like shit got real serious and something like I couldn't talk to my mom about, I went to my uncle.
Right.
So I had that.
Who
Like,
lives in Florida?
who lives in Florida.
That's
Shout
why
out,
he's
You know
a
what I
lesbian.
mean.
shout out,
My
shout out Uncle Jamie. Love you, dude.
my pops was a worker, and he raised workers.
See, that's the thing.
Like
I
he-
became a worker because of like growing up in my grandparents' restaurant.
For
It was
sure.
like, this is what you do. My dad was a layabout, like content, like
Right.
no, like that. I'd say that in the English sense, but like, really was like this artist that like he worked as a postman for 25 years in England. He got his pension, and then he knocked up my mom and moved to America and just hung the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My
I'm trying to do
my
that.
pops
Yeah,
does
that's
not.
my
I would
5-year
love to
plan.
get a woman pregnant.
Dude, I would tell you what.
love
My,
to get a woman
my
pregnant.
pops, my
Love
pops
to.
retired. He sold a business and he retired 3 years ago, and now he works as a handyman. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
He's still working.
Like he'll
He's
never,
never gonna stop.
He can't. And the biggest thing, like he sold his business. He did very well when he sold his business. And one of the first, I was like, "Why are you doing handyman stuff?" And he's like, "You know, just a little pocket money." And I was like, "But you're doing good." Like,
Yeah.
look, you have
It's 'cause he's
investments.
bored.
Like he's
He's
just
real.
bored.
And that-
He just
that's
wants to
really
do
what
shit.
it was.
And-
so he's
Yeah.
like taking apart sleep number beds for old people now. Now he's 75, but he's like, also that's another thing too. My dad is like if you saw my dad, you'd be like, damn, like he's a good looking cat because he's always been. He was like a marathoner weightlifter.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Like my dad is like half of me.
Is he single?
He's
I have
half
a
of
grandmother.
you.
No,
He's still
got
with
my
your.
mom.
Okay,
Yeah, he's still got
never
my
mind.
mom.
Did they swing?
You're you. Let's go. Your brother is skinny, or
Well, I'd
has,
say
or was
my
his
brother's
whole,
about.
your
I'd
whole
say
life?
my brother's about 6'2", 6'3", probably about 200 pounds.
Okay.
Oh, so he's
Yeah,
a
he's
handsome.
not skinny.
Yeah,
like
he's
pretty.
pretty fit.
He's for the most part. Yeah, he's fucking dangerous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
And then your dad is
About
more like him.
5'10". Yeah, my brother is like a tall version. Looks exactly like my dad.
Okay.
And I look a lot like my mom's side of the family. Very
Got it.
SpongeBob wide.
Sure,
You
sure.
know what I mean? Just
The best.
broad.
The
Just
thickens.
I'm a thick one, boy. Thick boy.
I got
Love
my
it.
mom's side too.
Yeah.
My dad's six. My
Looks
dad's
so sad about it.
I am sad. I am sad.
I got my mom's side too.
Crying into the microphone.
My dad's 6'3". My sister is 6'1".
No shit.
Is your sister same height as you? How tall are you?
No, I'm 5'11".
Oh.
I
Look at that
wanna be-
honesty.
wanna
Look
be
at
six-
me
I don't
think
thinking
I'm
you're
6
taller
foot.
than you
I want
are.
to be 6 foot so bad.
I
I'm
don't think I
5'11".
am.
I'm 5'11".
I think I was at one point, but I also like.
Right.
I think my back and my knees are just like not quite.
Did you
Yeah.
fuck it
Yeah.
out of yourself?
Fucking, yeah. What's that?
I think
I
it was.
said, did you fuck it out of yourself?
Yeah,
I think it was
the extra
I think
inches.
it was
Sounds
like
like it.
going through many fats because I've had lots of fats and thins. So
Fats
like
and
many
thins.
fats, and then skateboarding I think is
That'll
compress
compress you down.
my bones.
You gotta think,
and
dude.
shit.
Earth's pulling me down every day. Earth's just trying to get me closer
And
the
every
man.
day, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who are you telling? These fucking
Gravity.
nipples are touching the ground, bro. I'm done.
That's not true. Great tits. I'm just gonna put that up.
You ever tuck your nipples in your sweatpants just for fun?
Oh, just for fun.
Just for fun, yeah. That's a fun thing when you
I
pull
do.
them up all the way to the armpits.
And they're
That's a
just-
look.
A little tucked in.
Yeah.
In the bed.
Boop, boop, boop.
A couple of pigs in a blanket.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. That's a great idea. That's
For
what we're
you,
trying tonight, honey.
Russ, will you grab me another one of those
Oh yeah, there
Absolutely.
ribbons?
Oh, we have to shotgun a beer.
you go. You do have to shotgun
We
a
can
beer.
do that if you want.
All right, let's go.
Okay, let's do that. Shotgun a beer, and then I want to hear a story about your mom,
About my mother.
because that
Okay.
feels very.
That'll
each
give you
other's
enough time to
mother's
think about it.
fashion.
All right,
Yeah.
we
I
doing
want
this
you to
on
know
this?
when I shotgun this beer, I'm going to spill it all over myself, and I'm going to be the last. But I am a trooper. I am a team player.
Okay.
We could just drink the beer really fast, dude.
No, I want a shotgun.
John really doesn't want to get beer on his lines.
I don't want. I was like, you're
Take it
like,
off.
I'm not gonna take
There
my
you
shirt
go.
off.
You
Hey,
You can
take
borrow
it
my
off.
white
See a bunch
shirt.
of weird old
So,
punk rock tattoos.
Reverse that
Listen.
vasectomy.
If I'm setting this up, how would you like this? Because
I need. Well, you know, I need. I'll do it.
okay,
Okay.
I need this.
See,
this
I-
needs to be.
right.
Yeah, you need the. And
So you want
there's
me
a
up, so I
little
need the hole
bubble there.
here.
Yeah.
Right. That's exactly where I'm going with
Just
it.
pop a hole in there right there, and I don't have fingernails. I want everyone to be able to hear. I don't have fingernails, so I'm gonna need some help getting that thing open. I generally have to.
You have the other one open just fine.
I know I have to push the top. I know
Oh, I see what you're saying.
it's
Okay.
egregious
Oh,
behavior.
you need a little help here.
Yeah, just a little up, just a little up. You don't need to crack. Just like that.
Okay,
Perfect.
yeah, there you
Perfect.
go.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Perfect.
I'm
bro.
a fucking professional.
Perfect.
Do mine like
Clearly.
you did his.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
do
that's
it that way.
perfect. Samesies.
I wouldn't have done the.
Perfect.
You're doing one too?
I will not.
Come on,
Okay.
come on.
You do?
Pull my
Joey,
little leg.
remember that time I came
Pull
on
my
on
little
420 and you smoked a
tiny
bunch of
little
weed with
big
Connie and
toe.
got high on the podcast?
Pardon? Say it again.
I said, remember?
All right, we got.
Are you not a smoker?
Two more.
I'm not a
comments.
smoker.
Yeah, I haven't. I stopped about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, dude.
I went and had like a. I'm doing bits about it now. I don't want to do a bit alert on you, but it's like.
Do a bit alert.
No, I don't
bit
do. I
alert.
don't want to do bits on podcasts, but
Oh, come on.
it's a. It was just one of those things, dude. I was just like, I need to fucking figure out what my brain's like, because I smoked every night for 25 years.
Sure.
You know, and I was like, let's figure out what the brain's like in neutral. You know what I mean? I don't like.
What's up? What'd you discover?
I don't sleep.
Yeah.
You know, I've had even when I was a boy, I didn't sleep good. All right, we got to do this fucking fast. What are you doing here,
Yeah,
boss?
come on.
Make me one.
Trying to get there.
What I said, Johanna, was remember
all
when I
doing
came
one?
on 420?
Yes.
We smoked weed with Connor
And
On
I
the-
had long hair.
on the
I remember.
podcast.
We
Yeah.
You
had-
guys understand? I'm
Dude,
Team Connor,
I
right?
was giving
We're not going to talk
my-
shit about Connor.
No, I would
will
never-
not
I would
allow
never say a
Connor
bad thing
shit
about
talk on
Connor.
this
No, we're not.
podcast.
I would-
we
I
are not.
love-
Oh, you
I
mean
love-
a founding father of this
Found-
podcast?
Is she one of the OGs on this show?
Yes.
Is she for real?
Me, her, and Carolyn Paul. We're the
Connor,
original.
Connor and
God.
Carolyn
We're the
walk so I could run.
original
Dude, I'm Team
fucking-
Carolyn
And
too.
I'm
I know,
stumbling.
right?
How is Carolyn? Have y'all talked to
They're
her?
great. Yeah, they're
I
fucking
know. I know.
amazing.
Connie's in New York, but I haven't seen
Carolyn
Carolyn
quit
Paul in
stand
fucking
up,
8.
but shout
she
out
did?
to the OGs.
Shout out.
But yeah.
Thank you.
I hope
Okay,
Carolyn
wait,
Paul
I have
watches.
to. Oh, you're not doing one?
I'm doing one, but my hole's up here.
Cheers, man.
I have a different hole.
Wait, I can't open mine. Hold on.
Honey, you
I
can't
can-
open
I
it
can do it,
now.
I can do it.
You gotta wait till
you.
wait till it's
I
in your
know
mouth. Sure.
that,
All right.
but
Cheers.
I can't get it.
Oh, that's quality.
I told you. Oh, there's still some in here.
It's okay.
It's okay. I am but a
vomit.
woman.
Will vomit.
I don't know if there's any.
Oh,
left in
my
mine or not.
chest hurts.
Fucking hand jobs.
I don't know if there's any left in mine or
Beautiful.
not.
So now tell us a story about your mom. I
Tell
put
us some
on
fun
lipstick
stories
today
about your
too.
mother.
Tell us how awesome your mom is.
Oh, my
All
God.
right, I'll give you an anecdote. I was conceived in the 70s. Okay, this is a story about my mother.
Hold on.
I was conceived in the
I'm
70s.
perishing.
I was
I
conceived
was
in a
born
basement
January
floor.
21st,
Who's that?
1980. So I was conceived, you figure,
Sorry.
another girl. I figure I was conceived right around Valentine's Day of 1979.
All right.
My mom,
Actually,
when
give me that back.
my mom started smoking when she found out she was pregnant with me, so she wouldn't gain so much weight. Because she gained so much weight with my sister, who was 5 years older than her. She started smoking when she found out she was pregnant with me, so she wouldn't gain as much weight.
Damn.
So that gives you an idea of why I'm like still critically fucking addicted to nicotine.
Yeah.
Like I
Retarded.
It's like a crack
You think
baby.
that has something to do with it?
I personally
Joe,
do,
we can't say
but
the
it's also
R word.
an excuse. It's an excuse. As a father of a special needs child, you can say whatever you like, please. I don't want your fucking beer you've been sucking on for the last fucking hour. Give me a fucking freshie, baby boy.
Oh, wait.
Did you notice your
I
koozie?
stole your thing. Here.
No, this one's. No, I'm good actually. I got one right
no,
here.
I stole. That's mine. I just stole that from you.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna figure this out.
There you go.
We just talking a beer. Give us a
We're
second.
talking to beer.
Hello?
We don't know anything about anything.
All right. What? Someone asked me a question.
Yes.
It's about your retarded child.
Yes.
Oh, it's about
You
my
were.
child.
Oh,
I'm a special needs
you're a
dad.
smoking fetus.
Oh, my
A
child.
special needs.
No, about my special. I'm a special needs dad.
No, that's what we're talking. That's what
We're
we're
talking
talking
about
about.
your mom smoking while she was
My
pregnant.
mom started smoking cigarettes
Yes,
when she
yes,
found
yes,
out she
yes,
was
yes.
pregnant with me so that she wouldn't gain so much weight.
Mm-hmm.
And she gained just as much weight. And I came out, and I was the biggest baby she ever had. And I thankfully had a huge head, so I was just like, not only am I going to come out and be a dynamic individual, but I'm going to destroy your pussy while I'm at it.
Right.
Just
Did
came
she?
out
Did she
fucking-
rip? Did she tear?
I came out like this.
You can't see me.
Oh.
Just kidding. I don't remember it that well.
You don't
I know
rem-
when I came out that I pissed all over the doctor. That's all I know.
That's beautiful.
I think so.
I've been pissed on by a boy baby. It's a fun
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah, they got loaded guns, man.
I've never been peed on.
No, not even sexually.
That's what I'm saying.
Does
Sexually.
squirt count?
Sexually, I've never.
Because I'd be getting pissed
squirt
on.
counts, I've
If
been pissed on a
if
lot.
squirt counts,
Does what count?
Okay,
Squirt?
big brag.
like a lady squirt, you know.
A lady
Yeah,
squirt
I'd like to
is
think that that's
different.
honestly, it's not that different.
We just went from.
It's
No,
not
But your
I'm
mother.
talking about-
mom.
Yeah.
Your birth.
Welcome to the
Your
podcast,
birth.
motherfucker. Take a seat. No, I'm talking about like intentional pissing. Squirting is different, you know? Don't you think? I'm talking
I think
about
it's a
like
lot of
you're
urine.
laying down and someone is either crouching over you
No,
or
that's
standing over
it's a
you and
different
is
act,
pissing on you.
completely.
Yeah, that's.
I have never
Yeah,
had
it's
anyone do
disgusting.
that
I've never
to
had
me.
anyone.
What about in the shower?
That's
I've
just
never
funny.
done it.
Yeah,
that's
that's
always
just
funny, but
funny. Yeah, I
not
think that's-
sexually. No, I've never.
I've done it as a
experienced that.
gag, but I've never done it in a sexual manner.
I've
Personally.
pissed on more men than I have women.
We know.
Yeah.
No, man.
Yep.
I don't
Because
know.
I'll run in when if a friend is in the shower, like growing up when we were kids, cousin, friend, like whatever, and I just like sneak in and just pull my dick
Just around
and
the
just,
edge of the counter.
and just fucking piss on him.
Is th- huh?
You know who did that to me? Ashley Darby.
That makes sense.
Peed
That's
on
a-
me in the
Darby's a
shower.
pisser.
Darby's a
pisser.
She's a
pisser.
pisser.
She's a
All day
pisser.
long.
Big time.
Yeah.
How does a that's a this is maybe me showing my naivete, but how does a gal piss on you?
Oh,
No,
you can.
I
Hold
mean,
on.
being-
I
Hold
was
on.
in the shower and
Can
she
you-
was
They
like,
do the thing.
Yeah.
They
Can
do
you-
the
Yeah.
They
So
do the
could you
thing.
legitimately piss on a tree if you wanted?
If I wanted to, yeah.
But you'd have to like pull back.
Yeah,
You
you gotta-
personally.
Me personally, and not every vagina is the same, but
That's
That's a
that's
and
why I
that's
said it.
where we're
That's a
politically correct
fact.
on this
That's a fact.
episode.
Because I've seen some pussies that can't.
I
That
don't
can't
know.
what?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That can't piss on trees.
Honestly, I'm talking shit.
so.
Like, yeah, I could totally do it, but I've never tried.
With the proper hip movement, could you spell your name in the snow?
No.
It's 3 letters, isn't it?
Impressive.
Well, my full
is 3
government
letters.
name
No, I'm
is...
talking about like just is it
Three.
Not actually, you just sign your signature. Just,
Oh, then yeah, I could do that.
just your initials.
So funny story. I used to have a shiwi, which is like a piss funnel,
I know
and
them.
I would bring it with me to the bar all the time.
they have
And
them at
I was at
festivals all
CJ's
the
Upper
time.
Deck. You know CJ's Upper
in
Deck.
Waterford.
I
Good old
tried to
Waterford,
piss.
Michigan.
I tried to piss off the upper deck on St. Patrick's Day.
How'd that
Pissed
go?
all over myself,
Yep.
and then I came in crying.
Your
and
shiwi
I,
got blocked up?
No, I just didn't cup it well enough,
Oh,
and
no.
it just exploded all over the place. And I came in crying, and my mom was there.
Oh, no.
And I was like, "Mom, what do I do? What do I do?" And she's like, "You put your coat on, and you don't tell anybody."
Yeah.
I was wearing a trench coat.
That's a real John Mahar way to fucking take care of things.
Yeah, you just deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
CJ's Upper Deck.
Yes.
First time I ever went to that place was when they were having an open mic there run by Harry Arton, R.I.P. Do you remember Harry?
Oh, I did business with him right before he died.
Did you really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Harry was a loose cannon.
Told him to go fuck himself.
Yeah,
and I
he was
drove in
a
the snow
he was
for an
a
hour.
he was a
A week later, he died from a fucking coke overdose or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck happened.
Yeah,
Can
I
you
think that
overdose
it-
from coke?
I don't know.
Yeah,
what
you
happened.
can,
I'm
but I
talking
think
shit.
his was a
I
little
shouldn't
more
be so disrespectful to the
self-induced.
dead. But
Yeah,
I think
no,
his
You
was
know
a
overdose
Also-
from
little,
everything.
little more self-induced.
Oh,
But he was a
that's a laugh. Fuck. Sorry.
yeah, no, he was he just burnt so many bridges,
Character.
man. He burnt
Character.
so many bridges, and I've always been like he would piss off everybody, but I also have like a first off, I feel like I'm very easy and very nice to everybody.
Yes.
And but I think it's also known that don't fuck with me.
Yes.
So it's
I can see that.
it's I think that I've been very fortunate that I have been on the fringes of a lot of that shit because my friend Mike Jeter was the one that ate a lot of the brunt of that.
Sure.
And he I don't mean to name drop again, but a friend of mine was
There's
who,
no
I,
rules
who I
here.
haven't spoken to in ages. I need to call him. I need to reach out to him. But he's doing all kinds of fun stuff, man. His entertainment company's doing really well. I think they're doing a lot with the Traverse City Comedy Festival.
Are you
and
talking
stuff
about
like
Jeter?
that. Yeah.
Jeter's killing it.
Yeah, he's doing
I know
great.
Jeter. Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah.
Me and Jeter started like not far apart from each other. And he ate a lot of the brunt of that. And I remember just being like very, very angry. Him saying like he's mentally ill. You know, I mean, he's just a mentally ill person. And me being a mentally ill person, I was just like, I get that.
Yeah.
You know, but I was never the mentally ill person that's going to consistently burn bridges. I'm going to do all I can to kind of calm myself down and put myself in a better place where I don't feel aggressive.
Dude.
Yeah.
The
Samesies.
people pleasy mentally ill.
Say again.
I said the people pleasy mentally
yeah.
ill.
But it's not necessarily like people pleasing. It's like calming yourself to a point where you.
But I feel like putting myself in a place where I am comfortable in my own skin again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily do that because I'm comfortable in chaos. You know what I mean? I'm perfectly comfortable in chaos.
Right, like I don't give a
Sure.
fuck about you, but like
Yeah, but I also don't want
doing
to
this
make
for myself.
I don't want to make an
I don't wanna
entire
fucking
scene
destroy everybody.
Right,
out of
right.
everything, and I'm
Yeah.
like I'm not Nero, dude. I'm not going to burn it just to watch it burn.
It takes
Yeah.
a lot more energy to be like aggro and sad than it does to just like pull yourself together.
Well, and also I think it's healthy to process that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, process that. Know why that made you tick the way it made you tick, and if you
Exactly
can, if you
that.
can actually move beyond that,
Right.
you transcend it, and it's like it's no longer. It's not going to be as effective on you next time. You know what I mean? I feel like I think it's healthy, and plus I've been in fucking therapy since I was a fucking kid. You know what I mean? I never
Really?
slept. I never slept. Like that was always a big thing for me, and I think when you have a ma that drinks a lot. And you know, you wake her up in the middle of a whiskey run.
Yeah.
And you know they're gonna find out why the fuck this kid's not fucking sleeping. Well, it's just super
Exactly.
fucking pinged with anxiety. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that was something I've always been very, very well aware of, and mental health and all that type. I've always been very, very aware. But when you also had someone in your life who was like, but you're also kind of a machine, and you have a skill set
Yep.
that was like. It was just a duality of man, dude. It was super fucking Jungian, like
Yeah.
super young. I was very much raised with a angel and devil, but it was like I personally feel like it was from a healthy perspective that they were all the angel and the devil were both communicating with each other in a very healthy manner.
Sure.
if that makes sense.
It does make sense.
I think,
You are-
but the thing is, I do my very best to be as even keel, easy peasy, lemon squeezy as possible. And I haven't been in a physical confrontation in ages, and I can say with a 99.9% certainty that I will never be in a physical altercation ever again in my life.
Yeah.
You
Because
want
I'm
to?
And
Very, very good, dude. I am gone.
I'd get my
I am
ass beat.
fucking gone, dude. I'm
hands
not
down.
sticking around.
It's wild because like growing up in the same sort of chaos and like obviously a different sort of way, and like being a dude like similar age, you know, as you and like all that.
How old are you, Ross?
I'll be 38.
Yeah, I'm 45.
Yeah.
I just turned 45 years
So,
old.
like-
That's another thing. 45 is so fucking surreal to me.
Dude, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's so surreal to me. I'm like 45. dude.
Even saying like, I remember saying 34,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "No, dude, that's not me.
Yeah.
That ain't me."
Yeah.
But like all the shit that like, you know, you've been through a lot of bullshit, and like, I think we grew up in like sort of similar ways where it was like a lot of aggro, like male bullshit that we did.
Or had to eat, or had to fucking deal with, or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Like all that stuff.
And plus the music scene, like we have a very comparable music
Exactly,
scene.
just the
That's
hardcore thing.
very like
Yeah,
you
the
know, that's
hardcore punk thing
Should we
was,
leave?
like-
yeah.
Should we leave?
But like,
No, but it's a valid. I think
it is.
absolutely do not leave.
Each,
Yeah,
each
don't.
other's brothers.
It is important for
The racist
men to have healthy conversations, and I'm very happy to be a container for that. So continue.
Well said.
Thank you. But,
Did I interrupt?
That's why she's here, dude. Because
I am thankful for all the shit
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like being able to like process it now. Like
Yeah,
you know,
I think that
I don't know how to say it because
well,
I'm
no,
a
no, no. I
fucking
think
dumbass.
it comes from I think there's value in. I feel like there's more value in learning how not to act than
Right.
there is in
100%.
learning
Yes.
how to act.
That's,
Yes.
yeah, I couldn't have said it
And
better. Yeah, that's
realizing
what
that your life is not an act, and just I think if you can figure out who you really are as opposed to who you want to portray yourself as,
Right.
is and it's something I'm really working on with my boys right now. Like I have one boy, one of my sons, who is who he is. But I also have my youngest is
He's
a boy.
got no idea.
He has no idea, but
Yeah.
he's a fucking cool, really handsome
Well,
boy.
that's your, you know.
But he's also like he was like
your
all these
wild
people
card right
all
there.
these people are gonna be everyone's gonna be mad at me. They're gonna and I come from a point where I'm just like I remember how I was with that when I was his age, but I'm so like digesting that and transcending that to being like, but who gives a fuck?
yeah.
Right.
It's so hard to say to a 14-year-old boy
because
Totally.
because
all it
all
is-
he cares about is who
it's-
gives a fuck.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
the-
yeah.
You know what I
Especially
mean?
with
And
the
that's
internet.
so like
Yeah, especially with the internet and all that shit now.
I can't even.
Dude.
Joe's
dude,
35
I can't
gives
even
a fuck.
imagine.
I'm 35, acting 14, bro. I
Yeah.
hate it.
It's a
I'm too
massive
sensitive
thing.
for it.
I
Yeah.
can't imagine having my life on social media in 1996.
Not a fucking chance, dude. They would have. I would have gotten so much shit.
I
They
mean,
would've-
I would have just went. I mean, they were just throwing away the key, dude. I'd be in jail. I mean, it was
No,
the shit that I was
exactly.
doing.
I would have
I'm
immediately
surprised I'm
went to
not.
jail.
Right.
I can't believe I have a
in
job.
jail from
I say again.
from
I said I
14
can't
on.
believe I have a job.
Right.
Please
Well,
don't
I
find
don't-
me.
I don't mean
Please
to ask,
don't.
but how old are you?
Me, oh fuck, 32. Yeah,
You're 32.
32. I was like,
just
shit,
turned-
I don't
You just
know.
turned
I just turned 35. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
Ew.
yeah. I
You're
know,
35?
I know.
Ew.
Throw me away.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
No,
see
but
ya.
I'm so like
on the
I
streets.
I
Do
used
you
to work.
see like 20-year-olds that are like clearly gorgeous people and are just like, that's gross?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I see that so much now. Like I do. Like even when I'm
Holy
watching like a dirty
shit.
movie, I'm like, nah, show me a mom. Dude.
No,
Dude,
I'm,
all day.
Mom.
All day. All day.
oh, no
For real.
thanks, dude.
Yeah. I'm like not.
Those are the only
into-
kind of movies I watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's mine. That's I do. The thing is, dude, I'm like, I don't know if I have like even I love, like I've always been a big fan of adult erotica. It's excellent, but my adult erotica has turned into like fucking like grandma erotica from where I was when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like if I had known at 15 that I was gonna be watching the shit
I'm
that
off
I'm
the
watching. Now, that granted, I don't watch a
me
lot
too.
anymore, but
Oh, I watch
I've never
weird
been on
porn.
porn.
Are you still doing porn?
I still do porn.
I'm off the porn.
You're off the porn?
So off. I'm off the porn.
Hey.
I can count the
You're
amount
doing
of
your
times
thing.
We
that
also fuck a lot. Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
right.
I still be fucking and I'm still watching
Sure.
porn.
girls
also,
are
I've
insatiable.
never,
They're gross.
yeah.
Girls are gross.
I've never
Watching porn, not coming.
I've never been a porn person. I think I can count on one hand how many times I've watched porn.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I can. 2 fingers actually.
my current porn thing is
What's your current porn?
my current porn thing is,
This is hot.
it's don't look at me like that, Ross.
I'm so sorry.
Turn around.
No. Let me look deep into your eyes. Take your sunglasses up.
These are just my regular glasses, dude.
Take your glasses
can't
up.
see you now,
and then
so this
tell me
is
about your
easier.
you
porn.
can see the future with those glasses on.
My current porn
Oh my god, I'm
Is-
so hard. Please don't look down.
my current porn is I like watching men having sex, but I want them to look as straight as possible.
There's so much of that.
Yeah, there's so much of
Yeah.
that. It's actually not that
It's in
weird.
your search engine,
It's
too.
not that
You
weird.
like men having sex with other men.
Yeah,
but them
I-
both
Oh,
looking very
dudes
straight.
fucking dudes.
Okay.
No, I like gay porn, but I want
She
the-
wants a John fucking a John.
No,
Like a
I
meat- yeah.
if you
Yeah,
two
okay.
if you two were fucking, I would come so hard.
Oh my god.
If me and John
Hell
were
yeah,
fucking,
If there was a porn,
you would enjoy this.
No, I would-
So
I would-
disgusting.
I
No.
would
I'm
be-
telling you what, sister, it'd be a 3-minute porn. I'd be done like that.
Dude, I would fuck you so quickly.
I mean, like, come
All
on,
right, let's just
dude.
get this over with and have a
Porn's
beer.
not doing it.
Can we watch the game, please?
No, I
would
want
vomit,
like
but
really,
I'm
really
also not sure.
straight-looking men fucking each other and sucking each other's dicks. That's been the thing.
Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
That's
And that-
amazing.
that-
and I'm
That's
in a
interesting.
relationship
It's
with a
the best
woman.
thing I could put-
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know what that is like
Do
psychologically.
you dig dudes and chicks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you
Okay.
doing to me?
But that kind of makes sense. That tracks, though.
Yeah.
Because if you're talking about something, hey,
Just
guys.
cut this out.
I don't know what happened.
It
She
makes
just
sense.
started
We're having a
switching my
conversation.
These fucking animals.
I know, God.
It makes sense for me because you have a male dynamic, but then you double that dynamic.
Yeah.
And they're both making each other. Also,
Yeah.
That makes total sense
Yeah.
to me.
It does?
100%.
He
From
gets
her
it.
perspective,
He gets it.
100%.
They're like in a vulnerable.
That's a whole thing for me.
Yeah.
You have to understand.
Very
I never,
vulnerable, very sexual.
for years and years and years, I've never looked at it from point of view. I've always tried to look at things from perspective. Like my point of view is not. It's not. It doesn't matter. I try to look at it from her perspective. Like I've always been like my mom, like a walk a mile in someone else's shoes type thing.
Right.
I got really good at that.
That's awesome.
that. And I think that because point of view
That
is.
probably helped you calm down as a human being.
Mm-hmm.
As well.
I think so. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
because a big thing for me, like people who would sit there and just be egregiously aggressive, and I'm just like, I always like if someone cuts me off in traffic, my first thing that I do, and this is gonna sound insane, and you're gonna be like bullshit, but the first thing I do is holy shit, his wife's pregnant.
Oh, okay.
Holy shit, his
coming
dad's
out of
his
him.
I do
dad's
the
sick.
same thing.
I think
Holy
I
shit,
do that
his dad-
sometimes,
Like whatever
too.
his
server's
dad's in the
shitty to
hospital.
me, I'm like they're
No,
having a
because
bad
I-
day.
Right. Immediately
Like,
go-
this person
you-
is, this person needs something.
They clearly need something,
Right.
So whenever
It's not them
someone's
being
being
a cunt. It's they fucking need
there's
something.
their whatever their need is greater
I'm
than
so
my
sorry
need
to
right
say
now.
cunt, but it's-
Whatever their need is greater than my need right now. My need is just get to do my job.
Yeah.
Their need is to, I mean, if you want to be that drastic about it, their need is to save somebody or be a part of something that is
Right.
greater than
get
I.
that. I love that. That's a
So
very,
I
very
think that
nice.
that is, if you can come at it from that
Zen.
perspective, it's
Maybe
it's
we
first
should
off,
blow
it's
each other.
comforting, it's calming, it is.
Gonna try again.
And it is.
That would make you come for sure.
Yeah, I think it's comforting, it's calming, and it comes from a place of empathy. And if you can start coming at things from a place of empathy as opposed to a place of my life is exponentially more important than your life,
Yes.
then I feel like it's all greater good. That's
Hell
my
yeah.
opinion.
I think all that
Yeah.
like has to
You're
do with like
killing
the whole thing is like the and what you've like shown me, and I don't want to be fucking
Do it.
weird about it, but like the whole like make your bed thing, like the whole thing, like constantly thinking about other people before yourself, right? Like doing things before they need to be asked,
Yeah.
and like all of that stuff.
Yeah, and that's
like
also like dad shit.
it
You know what I
is
mean,
dad
there's so
shit
much
as
stuff that
well.
has to happen before I can get to do what
you need to do.
what I need to do.
Yeah.
Or if I have to get up earlier to get shit done that I needed to get done
Right.
before the other stuff
Before
comes
these
to fruition.
psychos wake up and ruin
Yeah,
my
dude.
day.
And but the thing is,
I've
you
been
gotta
waking up
understand
so
too. Like, I
early.
have a son that wakes up at 5 a.m. every day.
Me too. Because I have a
That's
son.
and that's your productive son.
That's a dude. He's gonna be. He is a.
Yeah, that's your worker.
He's a good boy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He's a good boy.
So,
Oh,
do you
look at
have
your
a
stupid
story
face when you
about
talk
your
about it.
mom, really quick?
Well,
He already told a story
thought I
about
did.
his mom.
My big story.
He already did
I'm
it.
trying to think.
He
like,
did it.
My mother.
He did
used,
it.
I'll give you another one. My mother used
Which
to.
remind me really quick. So I'm
My
not an
mother.
asshole.
One of the
What
big
was
stories
story
was she
you
started
said?
smoking when she found out she was
Yeah.
pregnant with me.
Yeah.
So she
that
wouldn't gain
was
so much
the
weight.
story?
That
I
was
thought we
the
were
story.
casually having a conversation.
A
about
secondary
how our
story.
mothers
My
we
mom
shot him
used
a
to-
beer
my-
right after that.
Yeah, my mother used
why you
to.
forgot.
That's not.
No,
My mother
basically-
used to do things
my
called
lawyer.
LSD trips,
Sorry.
and LSD trips were long, slow drives.
Okay.
Okay, so it was called an LSD trip, but it was a long,
God,
slow drive.
I thought we were talking
Yeah.
about
Yeah, yeah,
my mom for a
And
second.
I'll tail into that. So a long, slow drive to my mother was, I want to start driving across railroad tracks to see if we can jump the railroad tracks.
Oh God.
Okay.
So she loved to take she'd go and get a Diet Coke from McDonald's, and she'd pour half of it out, and she'd top that bitch with Seagram 7.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And put it on, and then we'd take the station wagon, and
My
we would
kind
go
of
down. You'd go down. I can't remember the name of the street now. It's been 30 years since I've been to that street, but there was big railroad humps on those streets,
Yeah.
and she would try to get air on those railroad jumps. And another thing she used to like to do is she used to storm chase before there were storm chasers. So
Hell
she
yeah.
would load all the kids in the
Amazing.
car, and we'd go out, and we'd be like, no, we have to chase that cloud.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking purple. We got to chase
Director
that
of Twister.
cloud.
Oh my god.
Like, she loved LSD trips. So anyways, when I didn't know acid was called LSD.
Right.
So when I first went to college, a buddy of the guy's name is Mike Charbonneau, sweetheart of a guy. I haven't talked to him in a long, long time. He goes, "Hey, dude, we're doing an LSD trip tonight. Are you down?" And I'd be like, "No, I'm chilling."
Yeah.
Because in my head, we're just driving somewhere. And he was like, "You don't want to."
You don't want to fucking party?
I was like,
Yeah.
he was like,
Yeah.
and I was like, "No, dude, I'm gonna stay here." He's like, "No, we're staying here." And I was like, "All right." Like, I didn't get it. Because to me, my whole life growing up, an LSD trip was just a long, slow drive. We're going on a cruise.
Yeah.
And that night, I saw Mike, and he was climbed up the walls, and he was an archway.
Yeah, like, this isn't
in a
very
wall.
slow.
And I was like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck?" And he was like, "We dropped acid tonight." And I was just like, "I thought you guys were going on a cruise." And he was like, "No, we dropped LSD." I was like, "LSD's acid."
Got it. Got it.
So at 18,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
when I made the
yeah.
correlation between LSD.
Yeah.
And then I realized how funny my mom and all of her sisters were because LSD trips were long,
Yeah,
slow
yeah,
drives.
yeah.
Sure.
And you realize, oh, damn, my mom was fucking hip.
An LSD
Oh,
trip
that's
is a
so
long, slow
fucking
drive,
funny.
though.
It is a long, slow drive.
It
I
really
wish
is.
I waited until I was
Yeah.
18 to do
Acid
to do
Oh,
it.
God, yeah.
Yeah, no, and I hadn't done acid yet. I didn't do a single hallucinogen until I was probably 19.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually, I kind
But
of
when did you lose your
really
virginity?
love.
When I was 15.
There you go.
What was his name?
Jim. Jim. He's a sweet guy, real soft hands, big hands, but soft.
Well, he'd only let you call him Jim, though.
Yeah.
Everyone
yeah,
else
no,
called
it
him
was
James.
lovely. She was older, and I told her that I was with another girl before, and so she didn't know that she took my
Oh,
virginity.
that's so sweet.
Dang.
Yeah, so I feel bad. I feel like I
Tell
should
her
be
now.
I should
Look,
be,
look the camera in the eyes.
Jess, I never fucked a girl. You were my first. But she
her
was
name
10
Jess,
years
I
older
hope
than
you
me.
hear this. Jess Palace?
She was
It was just Palace.
no, she was a senior. I was a sophomore. She had just broken up with a boy, and so she didn't have a prom date. And she asked me if I'd go to prom with her. I was really good friends with her stepbrother, and she asked me. She goes, because I was funny, and she was like, "I think it would be fun
Sure.
if we went to
Funny
prom
wins.
together."
Yeah.
Funny wins.
Funny
Funny
always
wins.
Funny wins.
Yeah.
Funny
Always wins.
wins.
I wish that was funny.
Every time.
Like a big thing for me, like when I was in college, like the best thing like girls would get a kick out of is like, look, the best thing that I could say is like, look, I want to make you come thrice. And look, if you don't make them come 3 times, you're in deep shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're in deep shit. But the bottom line
That's a
is,
big commitment, actually.
It is.
That's
It's
a
a
huge
huge
commitment.
commitment. Huge commitment.
I could
It's
do
a
it, though.
great
I could do
joke.
it.
It is.
It's a great joke.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
say
yeah.
that to a girl, and that's
Yeah.
like because I didn't do pickup lines. I was like, no, this is my pickup line. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you come 3 times. You come back to my place, or I go to yours. Bottom line is, you're coming thrice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd be like thrice, and then I just leave that situation. By the end of that night,
They
her
were
or
happy.
one of her
Did you-
friends.
They were
Did
happy
you-
just
Plus,
to
I
come
love.
once.
Plus, the thing is too is I've always been black girls have always been my shit. I've always fucked with black girls.
Amen, sister.
I happen to be
Yeah.
half black.
the fuck?
Word?
Yeah, crazy.
Top.
Fuck you.
No, but I love.
You home with Brie.
Always loved black girls, and so that was. And it was funny too. Is my youngest boy first saw his first was Meg the Stallion. Meg the Stallion. He was like. He was like,
Good choice.
Who
Great
is
choice.
that? And I was like,
Great choice.
fucking
You're
my
like,
dream
you're my
girl.
son.
Yeah, I was like, that's my boy.
That's my boy right there.
That's my boy. But but I also grew up in a fucking crazy diverse area.
Yeah.
Like, I'm from Dowagiac, Benton Harbor area, which is predominantly a black
Yeah,
community.
yeah.
It's like where I grew up was very heavy white folks, black folks, and native. And so what's really interesting about my area is you have like beautiful people that were black folks that married native folks. And when you have that
yeah.
dynamic,
That's
like,
good hair.
Like, dude, there's a girl from my hometown
Great hair.
that is a cheerleader for the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Her name's Jacqueline Winchester. I don't want to.
She's not hot at all.
Dude, she is. I mean, she's just. I mean, it's a gorgeous.
Jacqueline,
Yeah.
if you're seeing this,
Jacqueline, if you're watching this podcast, my brother made an ass of ourselves in front of you. And that was our because he's just screaming, Dowagiac, Michigan.
If you're watching this, I am not wearing sweatpants.
She goes, I don't know
I am
you."
much better looking than I am on camera.
Yeah, it was nice of you to clean up
and
the podcast.
I don't know who this chick is.
I don't live here.
They've kidnapped me, and
No,
I'm
Yeah.
on
was,
TV.
Good luck. She's a fucking NFL. What is it? Lions.
Yeah, and dude, she's dating.
They don't even know what you do for a
Pretty sure-
living.
Travis
'cause
Kelce?
My wife ended up finding her
Taylor Swift.
on. My wife found her on Instagram, and she dates some basketball player from Michigan.
Yeah.
U of M.
You think she's coming
Huge
after
guy,
your ass?
light-skinned guy.
Good luck.
I have a regular sized penis that won't hurt you. I
Not
promise.
small. Regular.
And that's a guarantee.
That's a guarantee.
Anywho,
And I guarantee it. Yeah, I should have done those Men Warehouse commercials.
Dang it.
I guarantee it. Remember that guy?
Yeah, of
You're
course.
gonna like the way you look. I
Yeah, I
guarantee
guarantee
it.
it.
I guarantee
Yeah.
One of these days I'll get some voiceover work.
Did you, by chance, pick a mom of the week?
You want to know who my mom of the week was?
Yeah.
And it was someone that I picked up yesterday. I'm pretty sure, but I don't know if it's going to count, so you have to tell me if it doesn't count.
Okay.
But she has mom in the name, and it was Mother Teresa.
No one has chosen Mother Teresa.
No
That
one's
counts.
chosen Mother
That
Teresa.
counts.
So Mother Teresa, this is my opinion. I grew up a very
Albanian.
good, Albanian.
Yeah.
But I grew up a very good Catholic boy. I'm a lapsed Catholic.
As one does.
But I was born a very nice, and Mother Teresa was the epitome of selflessness. But then you go back and you find out about how she basically prolonged the AIDS crisis.
yeah, that
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah,
That
so
bitch.
my mom of the
This is
week
a great mom of the week.
I think it's a decent mom of the
this
week.
Is great.
Yeah, this is
So
That's
Mother
yeah.
Teresa, who was never actually a maternal mother,
Sure.
but was the mother of almost all of Calcutta, and allowed children to starve, allowed children to die, because that was the whole thing you want to talk about with the kind of pieces of shit, right?
Yeah, no, totally.
Okay.
Yeah, you're nailing it. You're like,
Yeah, you
literally
got
nailing
it, you
I
got
thought
it.
that was kind of the whole point.
Yeah.
So what got me was that I grew up with this visage of Mother Teresa being this. She's a sainthood. She's
course.
been canonized.
Yeah.
And so,
But
but
just be wearing around a necklace and shit.
yeah, but the truth of the matter is that she was so anti-gay, so anti. Took a vow of poverty, and I understand that, and lived in poverty. But the people she lived around, in my opinion, and of the opinion of many others who surrounded that, looked down upon the people of poverty that she lived among. That
Is Mother Teresa the original Karen?
no, I don't know, because she
might
wouldn't
be.
bitch about them. She just didn't necessarily advocate for them in the way that someone really should have advocated for them in regards to medication, in regards to proper nutrition, in regards to truly believing in a third world. Like, she was a true believer in a third world as opposed to these people just being humans.
Sure.
And I thought, like, no, I think that's a good pick. I thought Mother Teresa was a good pick.
Yeah.
Give me some on Mother Teresa.
Solid,
I
dude.
think that's a
Yeah.
good pick.
Yeah,
Give me
good
some Brie.
fucking job.
Oh, my shoulder hurts.
Hell yeah.
Give me some knuckles.
I'm not leaning too far because I got to pee, and I don't want to break the.
That
I
shotgun
don't want to
did it,
piss
huh?
all over this.
We all have to pee.
That shot.
Should we
all
all
have
pee on each
So
other
yeah,
for
my
the
mother
first
of the
time?
week, Mother Teresa.
Oh my God.
Cheers
There
to
you
her.
go.
Let's all pee on each other.
There you go.
Only if you two fuck first.
I'm not gonna
And
do
only
that.
if Johanna
not gonna
pecks you at
do
the
it
same
either.
time. Ooh.
I will faint. Okay. We gotta
Anyway,
go.
we
Things are
gotta
getting
leave.
weird.
Yeah,
We're
I don't know
busy.
how long this podcast is, but I think we did good.
No, we
think
did
we
great.
got 3 out of us.
It was very fun.
We have exactly an hour, and which is amazing, which we'll split it up into 2.
This gets split in half.
Because we
Okay.
try to stick to 30 minutes.
Oh, right on. Okay.
Yeah, people's
Far out.
attention spans aren't very long these days.
Okay. Far out.
Especially if
And you guys do
if you're
video
not famous.
and audio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How cool is that, man?
You
guys
gotta
got it all
have the
figured
clips, dude. You gotta get the fucking videos
Okay.
together, dude.
I'm
For
excited
real.
to see
And
what
the
you guys
SEO.
cut out of this and see if you can make me look like an asshole.
We're gonna have a great time. The fucking
Same.
Marissa is a magician. She
Yeah,
is...
who is
We
give a shout out
love-
to your producer? Who's
Oh,
Marissa?
forever. We talk about her every episode.
What's her name?
Marissa. Is
Marissa?
the best. Yeah.
There's a picture of her up there. You can see
There
it
is,
after.
yes.
You
My
can't see
sweet
it right now.
baby.
I'll have to check her out.
She-
Check her out.
Thank you, Marissa. Do
She's
your
a-
best to make me look as proper an asshole as possible.
Fantastic editor.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for
One of
having
the-
me
One
on.
of
I
the
appreciate
loves
you
of my
having me on.
lives.
For real, thank you.
One more
is very
time,
nice.
where can we find you?
You can find me at _grand1_ on Instagram. You can find me at Wanadog on Twitter, at Wanadog on Blue Sky. My Blue Sky blew up.
You were
Blue
telling me
Chew?
that the
Yeah,
other
my
day.
Blue Sky
Oh,
blew
Blue
up.
Sky.
No,
Blue
that's
Sky.
this guy.
Okay,
It
okay.
was
gotcha.
it's been unreal. So apparently, like, they love all those shitty one-liners.
Yeah.
And I have old Twitter heads because that's the only reason I started doing stand-up is because my Twitter blew up, and so I started doing Blue Sky. And some of these old Twitter heads around Blue Sky were like, "Fuck, I remember Wanadog," and it started blowing up too. So I was like, that's cool. And at Wanadog on TikTok, I got on TikTok recently, and basically all I do is I talk over old action movies.
Which is pretty great.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's really
a
fucking
lot of
funny.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, a lot of
Hell
it's
yeah.
good
Oh
stuff.
yeah, that's dope, dude.
Yeah, so that's my TikTok.
I want to talk about your handle really quick. Grand Juan?
Grand Juan.
Grand Juan.
Yeah, Big John.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Grande.
Well, I know what it translates to, but I'm
Yeah.
like, why do you have
Yeah,
that?
and then it was Wanadog.
I thought maybe
because
there
I
was like a story
when I-
behind it.
Yeah, Grand Juan
you
is
know.
just Big John. I
Yeah.
grew up because when I was a kid, I started working when I was 12, and I worked with migrant workers.
Okay.
And I was always Grand Juan, Big John.
Okay.
You know, because there was another John who would always be.
Were you
littler than
always
I
a
was.
big guy? Like, were
For
you
the
a
most
big
part,
kid? Yeah.
Dude, I was when I was in 6th grade, I wrestled at I wrestled 180 pounds. When I was in 7th grade, I wrestled like 185, and then I grew like 9 inches. So I was always a little fat kid,
Okay.
but I had really heavy hands.
Sure, sure.
And so it was one of those things where all of a sudden I grew, but I was still broad.
Yeah.
So I've always just been a big dude.
Yeah.
I've always been a big dude.
Me too.
And then
In
between
my
like
heart.
my junior
Yeah.
and senior year of high school, I started lifting really heavy. And
Sure.
when I started lifting heavy is when I got up to like 290.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's where I sit now, around that. I'm not quite 290.
I want to work out with you. Do you
Do
work
you?
out?
Well, yeah, we can lift.
I want to lift. Yeah.
Do you?
Joe, I
For
said
I
I
like
want
to-
to
I
go to
like
the
to go to the
gym
gym.
next week because none of my pants fit. So
Dude, I'm
we can
ready.
lift.
Let's go.
I legitimately
Well,
do
I
lift.
start. I do 30 minutes of cardio, and then I burn the battery out for.
Me too.
Nice. I'll do 30 minutes just treadmill. I can't run.
Yeah.
So I just do ruck walks. So I'll do 30 minutes cardio, and then I'll do. I lift. High rep, low weight. Well,
Yes.
low weight for me. High
Yep.
rep, low weight for me, and then I do that till I fail.
Mm-hmm.
And I do that between 30 and 45 minutes, and I'm done with the gym. If
Yeah.
I'm at the gym for an hour and 15 minutes, I'm there too long.
I'm the same exact
I want
way.
to be there for an
I
hour.
go to the gym
Yeah, yeah.
running around like I'm bored. I don't want to do this anymore. Let me do the next thing.
I go in and I'm not there to make friends. I'm there to. I want. If I go to the gym, I sleep better.
Yeah.
That's where I.
I
and
go to
I-
work, and I do that.
All right, I gotta pee.
All right.
I gotta
We
pee really
are
bad.
leaving. Yes.
I'm itchy snitchy. I'll drop my SoundCloud another time.
That's
I
right.
feel like such a
You wanna
fuckboy
be
rapper.
found?
I guess you can find me. I'm Ross the Chef
No.
on Instagram. I'm doing cool shit with food and like I fuck this lady.
And John.
And John.
And
Or I don't know, who's the top,
And
who's
I'm
the
friends
bottom?
with John, which rules because John's fucking awesome.
Switch?
Follow him.
Definitely a bottom.
He
sorry,
seems
what?
offended.
Having. You can find me at johanna.madronda. Hopefully producing gay porn soon. See you guys later. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye. Hey.
Thank you.
Oh, Jesus.